Hi everyone, and welcome back to Gallic Gun Toys. I'm Jared, back at it with another review for you. Today, though, we are not doing a figure review, we are doing a movie review. I managed to catch a showing of Venom last night with Jess, and I thought, why not? We'll bang out a review. This will be my non-spoiler review. I will be doing a spoiler review straight after this, and that will go up straight after this one is uploaded. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm a big Tom Hardy fan. I loved what he did with Bane, and from what the trailers showed, I really was digging what he was doing with the Eddie Brock Venom character, and I was totally on board going in. Okay, but still under full disclosure, guys, I grew up in the 90s. I was born in 1988. So Spider-Man, the animated series, was a big influence on me growing up. So Venom, that was my first introduction to Venom. And I've always loved Venom, ever since first seeing him in the cartoon. So, also hold that in your opinions of this review, because I may be biased because of that, and I feel maybe if I didn't love and appreciate the character of Venom and want to see him done a lot more faithfully than the Sam Raimi films, I may be a little bit, I may be fanboying a bit just because it's so drastically different from what we've gotten before and so much closer to what we should have had all along. Okay, overall, I really enjoyed this movie. My girlfriend Jess really enjoyed this movie. And honestly, like, the atmosphere in our cinema, the cinema enjoyed the movie. There were quite a lot of laughs throughout. Okay, sorry guys, just getting to my notes. Okay, so throughout the movie I wasn't bored at all. There wasn't really any part of the movie where I was going, oh, I want something interesting to happen. Everything felt kind of necessary. There might have been one or two things that felt lost because something might have been cut out, but overall it felt, you know, it felt good, it felt solid, and it kept my attention span. I didn't wander off mentally during the movie or sort of check out. Like, I was enjoying it the whole way through. Okay, acting was pretty solid all throughout. Just in general, not talking about the leads, just the acting in general throughout was pretty solid and pretty enjoyable. No real cringe moments, maybe one or two, but overall the acting was really good. Okay, so throughout the film, like I said, my cinema got a lot of laughs. But the comedy was great. I personally really enjoyed the comedy. I laughed at nearly every funny bit. My girlfriend laughed at nearly every funny bit. And like 95% of the cinema laughed at everything. So, you know, that was really good. I don't know if this movie knew what it wanted to be, because it did feel a lot more serious in moments and a lot more jokey in others. Okay, now, before, a few hours before we did go see this, all the reviews started popping up. Actually, I think it was the day before. All the reviews started popping up that it was bad, it was getting commercially panned by critics and everyone. I personally don't mind when a movie gets panned by reviews, because it means I go in with no expectations. And the only thing I was going in there with an expectation of was I just wanted to see what Tom Hardy did with the performance. From the trailers, the impression that I'd got, I was on board. I was on board with what he was doing with Eddie Brock. I was on board for the Venom characterization of Venom. You know, I was really on board. So I wasn't getting hyped about anything else about the movie except Tom Hardy, really, and his Venom. Okay, Now on to the leads. I can't remember the actress that played Eddie Brock's girlfriend, Annie, but she was really good throughout. Her the doctor character, I won't spoil anything, but the doctor character that's connected to her, his acting was really good as well. And Riz Ahmed and Tom Hardy were great. I thought Riz Ahmed did a pretty serviceable job, and I felt like he portrayed himself and carried himself well throughout his personal growth and changes throughout the movie. Okay, now the pacing was good, I felt. No pacing issues, in my opinion, in any way. Like, it just felt like it moved in a good pace, in a good direction. Okay, little light on action scenes. There's like 3 action scenes total. Okay, and if you've seen the trailers already, you've seen probably 2.5 of those. Or if you saw the clip of him fighting the SWAT team. So I'm not going to spoil too much, but so there's the motorbike scene, which there's a lot more than what we've seen in the trailer, and that's actually really good. That's one of my favourite action scenes in it, and he's not even as the symbiote through pretty much the majority of it. Then we've got the SWAT team battle, which is the second major action set piece, or the second action piece. If you caught the clip they put up on YouTube a few days ago, you've literally seen this entire clip. It's cool, but you know, it's like, there's not much else they could have done. Like, I'm glad that they didn't rush into it and make it super heavy with other characters. Like, I'll tell you right now, Spider-Man's not in it. Like, that's not a spoiler. Like, Spider-Man is not in it. And there is only one other symbiote other than Venom in it. And if you've seen the trailers, you've seen it, and it's Riot. Okay. So yeah. And then the third scene is obviously the climax fight of Venom fighting Riot. I enjoyed that a lot. There is actually quite a lot going on in that scene, now that I'm actually thinking about it and picturing it and processing it in my head. And it was pretty good. I have heard a couple reviews, people that have reviewed the movie that have said that it was a little bit hard to just watch and follow in certain parts in the final act, just with the symbiotes sort of being ripped off the character, off Riz Ahmed's Carlton Drake character and Venom's, Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock Venom. Like, the symbiotes are sort of ripping at each other. And just during that scene, it just makes it really hard to follow. It just kind of turns into a little bit, for a moment, like the final climax of a DC film, just really dark and really CGI heavy, like it's at night. So, but still, there's some really good stuff in there that I enjoyed. Okay, now on to Riot, since he's the main villain, and Riz Ahmed's character. I thought he was a really good villain. When he actually gets the symbiote, I feel like he becomes a better villain. It does feel like he has a symbiotic relationship with the Riot symbiote. Like, Riot's not just using him up as a vessel. And I thought Riot was pretty cool. You know, like, I'm glad they didn't, like, shoot their load and give us, like, the Carnage symbiote straight off the bat. I think that would have been a mistake. Okay, so overall, guys, that's my thoughts on the movie. I highly recommend checking it out. I think it's worth a view. Even if you've been discouraged by the reviews, don't be. Go make your own mind up for it like I did. Go in with no expectations. Just go in to watch it with the pure idea of just watching it and see how the movie plays out. And you should have a good time like I did. Unless you're one of these people that just wants to shit on everything. But, like, if you don't enjoy it, I can understand valid criticism, and movies are subjective, and we all like different things, and we all enjoy different things. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, comment down below, and tell me what you thought of the movie if you've seen it. And yeah, I'm really anxious to hear what anyone has to say with their thoughts of the movie so far, because no one I've been speaking to has actually seen it yet. So let's get that conversation going down in the comments below. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap it up. This is Gallic Gun Toys. I'm Jared. Thank you for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.